Hello! Welcome back to another episode of Dark Cloud. Assuming there isn't any dialogue being dialogued at us, we're going to get right into our topic for today, which is a very interesting topic to moi. And that is, what the heck is Sony even doing these days? Honestly, I grew up what the frack is that? Oh my gosh. I hate it. Nope, it's a ride pod thing. Quick. The elephant I was able to beat with Monica, I found out, because I had to retrace my entire steps. Stop it, you stupid thing. Good grief, I officially hate that. Okay. This game is a little rough, the emulation of it. And I had to actually go back to the butterfly fight because that was the last time I saved and retraced my steps. So here we go. Oh boy. But we're back now. But yeah, I grew up with PS2 and it was for me, for like a lot of people, really life-changing. And oh my gosh. What are you doing? Oh, he faked me out. Alright, switch to Max for a while. Give Max a chance. Do not! No! Oh! Wow, those guys are annoying. Like a lot of people, I grew up with it, and it was... Wow, that's a much better weapon. It was like really foundational for me, and I loved it, and it meant a lot to me growing up, having the PS2, and with PS1 games to play back when, oh my gosh, can actually block. When backwards compatibility wasn't like a DLC thing, you know what I mean? Back when game designers, game makers made game systems to be fun. Whoa, what a concept. But yeah, so I got a PS3 when it came out, but there were so few games, and with it needing to be online all the time, it was more of a pain in the neck than it was actually like adding something to my life. So I just went back to PlayStation games, because at that point, like, everything was on Steam anyway, with just very few games that weren't. And after waiting so long, guess what? Those games are on Steam now. So there's basically, like, no reason to have a console now, unless you're just, I don't know, like suffering and spending a lot of money. And the PS5 is really kind of proving that point more than ever. Because, of course, PS5 came out, and I think a lot of people didn't get the PS5 after, like, there was a PS4 between the PS3 and the PS5. Man, the names are so stupid. But what was the PS4 even? Were there games for it? I don't think so. Just AAA crud. More of the same. And I don't remember anybody really saying, wow, this game makes the PS4 so worth it, and this PS4 game really stands out to me. I think it was like, you could play like Skyrim on the PS4 and other PC games. Same with Xbox. It had the same issues, but I'm ripping on Sony today for being so ridiculous. So yeah, so they come out with the PS5 after the PS4 still didn't really have any games. The PS3 really didn't have any games. And people go for it like, okay, so the graphics are even better, and maybe there'll be games this time. And then there weren't. And so you would think PS5, or Sony rather, would be like, oh, okay, so we've got people, and they sunk like $500 into the PS5. Let's make sure we reinvest that money into a good game that people will actually like. Nope. You know what they're doing? They're doing exactly what phone companies do. They're releasing multiple versions of the same device, and they're charging more for them for very, very, very slight spec, quote-unquote upgrades. And this is actually exactly what I was complaining about with the Retroid 5. It kind of feels like the same thing, but at least they're calling it something different, even though it really should be just like a 4.5. So the PS5 now has a Pro version. Yeah, kind of like how phones will have like a consumer version, a normal version, a Pro version, like an influence version, all these stupid versions when it's like very slight, teensy-tiny changes to like graphics processing or RAM or just tiny little changes, a slightly different package of programs pre-installed or bloatware and just really dumb stuff. And then they'll make the difference in cost like a good $200. So it's ridiculous. And phones have been doing this forever. And we know they have, and we hate phones for that reason. Phones suck, and they have sucked pretty much since they were invented. Oh, this is a seal. A red seal. So who I gotta use? Monica? I hope so. If it's elephants, yes, I gotta use Monica. Then she's perfect for that, because her sword is maxed out. I can't really remember if the PS3 had a Pro version. It probably did, but I really don't remember. The PS4 apparently had a Pro version. I was not even aware of this because like the PS4 barely existed. I'm not sure if anyone even remembers the PS4. And now the PS5 just got itself a Pro version, and nobody's interested in it basically. I think some probably hardcore people are, but mostly from what I'm seeing is people are really ripping Sony a new one for this, and the only people who seem like happy and positive for it are like, you know, the people who would benefit from it selling. So like game review companies and these other like corporate types who really aren't actually going to be the ones playing it. They're going to be the ones who are like trying to get you to buy it so they can have like affiliate marketing, you know? So no like humans are actually interested in it. And even like it's really funny because if you look at like just watch some shorts on the like just type in PS5 drama into YouTube and look at some of the shorts, and like the first couple ones that pop up are like CNET and IGN, and they're legitimately trying to be like, no, but it's actually a good thing. But their arguments are hilarious. Hey baby, what do we want? Let's go with the pink one.
Very good.
Very good. Oh, what was that silver thing? That's weird. But their arguments for it are just so bad. Even they can't really come up with a good excuse that would justify a purchase of this thing, because there is no justification. So anyway, let me back up a little bit in case you're not super familiar with just the nonsense that Sony is cranking out. So like I said, the PS5 came out like a while ago, and there was that whole drama forever where they did a FOMO thing, fear of missing out. That's what FOMO means, FOMO. Where they pretended that the PS5 was like scarce and everybody freaked out trying to get one. Even though these things are mass produced, right? So there's no reason that it should be scarce whatsoever. So that was a big fake out that made a lot of people mad, and I think a lot of people kind of decided not to get a PS5 because of that. And then the ones that did, you know, they're still waiting for games to come out on it, like 4 years later. They spent like $500, and there's nothing to play on it, you know? Nothing that you can't just play, like, on PlayStation or PC way earlier, you know? So it's kind of been a rip-off all around, and just kind of like an assault on the senses. And so now the news that Sony has to bring us is not that there's going to be this big explosion of content for this device that everybody kind of was pulling their hair out to get and or have had, and there's nothing to play on it. No, now they're going to make a new version of it. I just wanted to try. Not worth it. Now they're making a new version of it that's called the Pro. Like, for real? Are we gonna do the FOMO thing all over again with this? Are we gonna, like, not be able to get a hold of it? And for those who actually even want it? And for those who actually even want it, why would they get it? Like, what is better about it from the regular 5 that they had to fight tooth and nail to get because of the whole FOMO nonsense that was pulled on them? And the sad matter of the truth is, it's basically the same device, but with some lines on it. So it looks a little different. Yeah, it looks a little different. And other than that, that's basically it. That's really the only difference. Also, it doesn't come with a disc drive. You have to pay extra to be able to play your discs, the games you own for your PS5. Yeah, you have to pay extra to be able to actually play them on your game console. And also, it doesn't come with a stand. You have to pay extra to be able to stand it up, like these things have been doing forever. Woo! I almost got hit that time. I'm having fun dodging this guy. So yeah, it's basically you can pay more now to get even less. Aren't you excited? It's really bad. So what does it actually have that makes it the Pro? That makes a difference besides obviously less than the PS5. What does it have that's actually legitimately more? Well, it comes with 2 terabytes of potential memory space for saving those games. All those games that you have that yeah, there's no games for the PS5. So why do we need extra space? The games that we do have, we probably won't be able to play unless we pay extra, because most people who like consoles because they're still tactile, meaning they have discs of their games. They collect the discs of their favorite games, so they'll have to pay extra to actually play the games that they bought for the thing. And the only other difference is it can run in something called 8K. Bro, I thought we were still in 2K, okay? What is 4K? What is 8K? The next generation is gonna be an infrared bug vision, that's gonna be the selling feature. At this point, they're selling us such minute differences in graphics that the human eye can't even really pick up on. And if you can tell the difference, honestly, you can tell that it's not worth it. You know what I mean? You're looking at it, it's yeah, I guess it's maybe slightly less blurry, but who cares? It's already hyper realistic graphics anyway. Why do I need it? Why? It's boring. The games are boring. There's very few games, and so the graphics are I guess slightly less blurry. That's it. That's what 8K means. A whole twice as much Ks. And it really doesn't look that different, frankly. Not $500 worth of difference, that's for sure. So that's it. You get a little bit more internal storage for games that don't exist. And you can't play anyway because you probably foolishly bought discs because you're a console player and you like the actual collecting part. Else why wouldn't you be a Steam collector and play PC? And you get 8K bug vision, which needs bug eyes in order to be able to tell the difference. So yeah, it's laughable. And it's really obvious that when the PS6 comes out, there's not going to be any difference hardware-wise, because we've really capped. Games look as good as they're going to get, and they're really boring looking, to be honest, with all this super graphics. I mean, I'm playing a PS2 game, and it looks great. It looks like humans made it, and I really rather play a game that looks like humans made than you know, computer generated super hyper graphics. It's just really boring to me. So yeah, the PS5 is a mess, and you know, if you ask me, it sounds like the PS6 is gonna be all digital. It sounds like they're priming their market to go fully digital so they can save themselves more money. But as a console player, I don't see the point. Like, why would you have a console that is now finally as good as a PC, and it costs as much as a PC, and it only has PC games on it, and you can only play digital games, so you can no longer collect your console games like a PC. Why wouldn't you just get a PC? And I think that's where a lot of people are at right now. What's a white seal? I can't restore. Oh, that's annoying. So it really seems like these companies are trying to end themselves, and that's kind of where we're at. So I could go on about it, but a lot of people are talking about it, and yeah, my advice to you, like with the Retroid 5, don't buy it. And don't buy the 6. It sounds like 6 is basically going to be a PC, and you might as well just get a PC. Honestly. At least you can turn off the internet to use your PC, and you can actually put a disc in that doesn't require the internet to run at all times. Oh my gosh, just get a PC already. For like $200 more, you could have a pre-built PC rig, or you could just spend like $100 or something and probably upgrade your already pretty good PC to do everything you want and more, and you can use a controller on it. So there you go. Anyway, I'm gonna start ranting because I have other things I want to talk about, and we did 2 levels, so I think that's pretty good per conversation. So yeah, anyway, like and subscribe. Let me know what you think about the PS5 Pro drama down below in the comments. If you want to support me directly, you can jump on the Patreon. I am making indie games. We're working on a virtual pet game that's going to have an actual physical release. And have a better week than me, and bye!